2019 was a special year for the Duyunov Motors project. The main event of the year was that LLC Sovelmash became a resident of the Special Economic Zone, Technopolis Moscow. This was announced at the Russian Investment Forum in Sochi in February. To obtain this status, the company carried out a significant amount of work, preparing documentation and substantiated the project's importance for the state, as well as its innovative and commercial potential. As a resident, LLC Sovelmash received a lease for a plot of just over 2 hectares at the Alabashevo site in Zelenograd, and the right to build an engineering center there, where electric motors using the Slavyanka technology will be developed. The status of resident of the Special Economic Zone gave the company access to the best conditions in Russia for running an innovative business. The land plot is leased on preferential terms, and after the enterprise is put into operation, it can be purchased for 1% of its cadastral value. Property tax, land tax, import duties, and transport tax for residents are all 0%. The profit tax is 2%. There is the necessary infrastructure and utilities, a secured area with a specialized customs post. Major highways and railways are located in close proximity. After obtaining resident status and a land plot, LLC Sovelmash signed a contract with the general contractor and technical client and began preparing project documentation to obtain a construction permit for the facility. This was a complex and lengthy process, since the project required building a unique enterprise, a design and engineering technology bureau. In modern Russia, there was no experience in constructing such enterprises, which meant that a standard project was not suitable. Therefore, the company's expert specialists developed their own building design and began preparing all the necessary construction documentation. At the same time, product development and equipment procurement continued. The load testing stands in the LLC Sovelmash laboratory were certified, which provided official confirmation of the quality of the tests being conducted. Patents are another key area of the company's important work, necessary to protect itself from unfair competition. In 2019, a new patent was obtained for the invention of an energy-efficient inverted asynchronous machine. An important event for the project's investors was the receipt of a document confirming that the company, SOLARGROUP, became a co-founder of the limited liability company LLC Sovelmash. Collective investors represented by SOLARGROUP own 49% shares in LLC Sovelmash. When the limited liability company is reorganized into a joint stock company, the investor shares will be exchanged for stock. This scenario was chosen to make the project implementation more efficient, since managing a joint stock company complicates and slows down the process of making strategic decisions. In 2019, the Duyunov Motors project truly became international. People from other countries had invested in it before, but it was at this point that SOLARGROUP began opening offices abroad. The first one was opened in France, and then over the course of the year, offices were established in Côte d'Ivoire, Germany, Bulgaria, Hungary, India, and Vietnam. Each opening was accompanied by a conference and an increase in interest in the project in those countries. The largest conferences, attended by the management of SOLARGROUP, were held in India and Vietnam. In New Delhi, more than 700 people gathered to learn about the project. 2 international conferences were held in Moscow in a single year. In the 6 months since the previous Moscow conference, the project's reach expanded significantly, attracting more and more investors from different countries. In 2019, a total of about 1,000 guests from various regions of Russia and around the world attended the events in Moscow. With the increase in the number of foreign investors, the personal account was translated into several more languages. In addition, technical support services became available in some foreign languages. In 2019, interest in the project also grew among professionals and bloggers. Equipment using Slavyanka technology was prominently featured at several festivals and exhibitions. In particular, at the first Russian Electric Transport Festival Electroday, the electric Amelia sleigh, a product of the project partner Andrei Lobov's team, was demonstrated. In China, the Slavyanka technology was recognized with a government grant. The grant was awarded to Viktor Aristov, head of the AIS and Weihai companies and partner of LLC Sovelmash. Among 200 grant applicants, the company took an honorable second place and received a grant for the production of motors upgraded with the combined winding Slavyanka technology. Thanks to active work in 2019, the total investment in the project exceeded $18.5 million. We were supported by more than 22,000 investors and 6,000 partners. The main result of the year is that the project received support from government agencies in Russia, reached the international level, and showed record investment results. In doing so, we have created a solid foundation for further implementation.